and me the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and today we will be doing a pick a card all about what your coworkers really think of you. I will be pulling cards as I go, and at the end of each group, I will be getting letters and charms to find out more details about what your coworkers really think of you. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. Now before you will see the 3 psychic linking objects for each group. These cards are from the Disney Villains tarot deck, and I thought it was more than appropriate that these cards came forward for this particular reading. Now keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Now, I do offer personal and private readings. All that information is on my new website with a menu with all the readings and sessions that I currently offer. A link to that is in my description box below, along with a link to all my different social medias. So let's take a look at these cards close up. The first group, the Chariot. The second group is going to be Poseidon, and he is the Death card, appropriate. And the third group is the High Priestess, and this is the Dark Queen from Snow White, I do believe. The High Priestess. All right. I will also insert a little video with some backing music so you guys can kind of chill out and see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there's probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys.
Tell me what you want, what you need. 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 Tell me.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't have to plan it, I can go change my fate. You won't understand it, all alone, that's okay. People I can't stand them, they don't want me to change. Keep me where I'm standing, and I don't wanna be where I am. And I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. And I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
of you that were drawn to this really cool Chariot card from the Disney Villains Tarot deck. This is going to be your reading all about what do your coworkers really think about you. And you know what's weird, when I look at this card, I get this feeling of the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz. And it feels like, and I haven't pulled any cards, it's just a genuine, you guys, I can't talk today. It's a feeling I have of someone just kind of watching you at work and kind of out to get you. But we're going to see, or maybe you're out to get someone. Hey, we have no judgment on this channel. Okay, so let's see what the cards bring out. But it really does feel like you just, like there's just this genuine, I cannot talk this morning. What is wrong with me? Maybe it's because it's early. We'll see. Okay, let's pull from the October Oracle. This is a really powerful Oracle deck, and get some of the best information from this deck. I've had people ask me about this deck quite a lot. This is a deck I got from Etsy. Highly recommend the independent decks off Etsy. I'm actually working on my own independent deck, so it's awesome to use other people's decks. If you have a deck out there, let me know. I'll check it out. All right. Ancestors, angels, God forms, spirit guides. Give us, what do the coworkers of Group 1 really think about them? Masculine energy. I feel intimidation. I feel like people are intimidated by you. Rise above the situation. Yeah, I feel like you pay no mind. Vanity. I feel like you pay no mind to office gossip. We have gifts, spirit. Gifts from spirit or man. I feel like you don't have time for idle bullshit drama at work, and people know that. Okay, I also think you're very attractive. There may be something about your hair. You're also very focused. Cruella de Vil, her eyes are very focused as well. And I feel like you're very connected. You have a good intuition at work. You can really feel things out. You know when things aren't right. That makes you intimidating. You have a good feel when to move, when people are talking about you, when there's drama to avoid. And I feel like just in general, you may avoid drama almost at all costs. Okay, you often have people out to get you because a lot of times the people over you, like your bosses, may be intimidated by you, or if you're a boss, your people under you are intimidated by you. I don't think you do it on purpose. I think it's just your aura. I think you're really focused at work. I think you're really driven. I think your work's very important to you. Your masculine energy is very active, whether you're, it doesn't matter what your vessel is. Okay, this is energy. Okay, so let's keep going here. Let me get a couple more from the October Oracle. Let's see, what is this one? We have purity, white light of love, cleanse. Yeah, I feel like you keep your energy in general cleansed. Like you just do not have a lot of riffraff. I'm hearing the term riffraff, and I don't get that term often, but you just don't keep the drama around you. If someone at work starts, causing issues, you just detach, I think if you are a supervisor or a boss or have people underneath you, I feel like you can be a little, I think the people who you supervise think you're cutthroat, but what it really is you're direct. You separate emotion from the workplace, and people read that sometimes as being a bitch, but I think you just try to let people know it's not personal, and sometimes it ends up feeling to them like it's personal, but it's really not. And I think there are times like throughout the year in a working environment, let's say the holidays, I think you tend to be very generous. I think like you're the kind of boss or supervisor who brings things to work like pizza and things like that. You'll take your coworkers out for lunch. You want them to know that no matter like the write-ups or the issues, that you respect them and you like them as a person. it's not personal, that kind of thing. So let's get some tarot here. I am going to pull from the Zombie Tarot for you guys. I feel like in general, people respect you at work. Even if you don't have people underneath you, I feel like you're generous as well. But you also can come across to your coworkers as like bitchy because you just don't engage in a lot of emotion. Okay, work. I feel Capricorn, Earth energy here. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I feel air too. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I feel like for you, emotion and work, you just keep a distance, okay? Maybe you've had a bad experience. Some of you guys have had some really toxic bosses in the past, and you just learned that office drama can lead to a lot of bad stuff, and it can lead to tons of stress. I think some of you guys have just been involved in office politics, and it's like you decided that you didn't want to be a part of that anymore. And I feel like when you decided that you were going to leave that kind of shit behind, it really did help your career. I'm not taking reversals. We have the world here. See the world on fire? I feel like one thing you're not aware of is like when you talk to people, sometimes this is how they feel. They feel like you just like read them to filth. Like you just didn't care. You might want to work on communicating more empathically because you are connected here. It's like you feel it, but you're so hesitant to lean into your empathy. And I know it's because you've had bad experiences, but I do think you're at a time in your career where this now will help you in your career, okay? Showing more compassion, being more emotional, and communicating in a more, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't seem to find the word. Communicating in a way that is more, I don't know what the word is, like more personal, like a more personal, instead of like keeping it all business. I feel like people will hear you more. They'll respond better. I think you'll get people who will work with you better. If you're having trouble at work getting people to work with you on a project or just on an everyday basis, it's because they feel like this. They're afraid. They're intimidated. They're afraid you're going to set their world on fire. We always get with the world is like the beginning of a new chapter, blah, 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 but it's also the end of another chapter. Some people, if you're a boss, they're terrified you're going to fire them because, and it might not be they've had bad write-ups, but there's something about your energy that is unpredictable. It's intimidating, and they're afraid of that. And I feel like because this energy is around other people and they've already felt this from you, I feel like it would do you good and help open up a new chapter within your workplace if you would show people the safety. See how they're under a bunker here while the world's on fire? Let them know that they're safe with you, that you're just not going to lose it and fire them out of the blue, okay? That you're not just going to lose it and like yell and scream at them and read them to filth, okay? That they don't need to be intimidated by you because you're focused, because, you're a workhorse, you're powerful at work. Doesn't mean that you are mean or nasty, okay? They need to see more of like the personal side of you. You don't have to hide that anymore, okay? You can trust yourself. This is about your gifts, okay? And you learning to trust yourself, all right? It's time to rise above the situation. The past bad experience that you had at work that's caused you to be this way, it's time for you to let it go, okay? You've learned. Learn the lesson from that experience and allow it to let you grow and let people in at work, okay? It will help you because I feel like your guides, your ancestors, whatever you work with, the universe is wanting you to move forward in a really powerful way. And in order for you to get to the next stage of evolution of your career, your workplace, you're going to need other people on your side. And it's hard to have other people on your side if they are terrified of you. All right? Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this one dropped out. The Empress. Yeah, I feel like it's really important that people know that they can trust you. Okay, that you are not something to fear. Like if you're a boss, nurture the people under you. Let them know that you're a safe place, that they can talk to you about their issues. Okay, if these are coworkers, let them know that you're a friend, not a foe. Okay. And I feel like if there's office gossip going on about you, I think it's time to disarm it. And I feel like guidance is coming in for you that will help you. All right. It will help you kind of figure out the best way to work through this. And I honestly think the best way to work through any gossip that's going on is for you just to let people see your kindness, your compassion, that you're not like this big ball buster. Okay, that you're not after people's jobs. You're not like the dragon queen coming into work every day. And it doesn't matter whether you have people, above you, below you, or whatever. These are your coworkers. These are people who you spend a large amount of your time with. Okay. And because of that, you want it to be as pleasant as possible. And I feel like there's a lack here of connection with your coworkers that could benefit you. And you always want to maneuver your connections at work with networking and things like that to your advantage, right? Especially you Capricorn, especially you Taurus, especially you Virgo, okay? And I feel like you're not really taking advantage of the connections that are there. There are people at your work who want to know you. They don't want to be intimidated by you. They want to know more about you. I'm not saying you have to go to lunch every day. I'm not saying you have to let them in your house. I'm just saying that it's time to lower the drawbridge and let some people in your kingdom, okay? Because these people could be great friends. If you get invited out, on occasion, it's not a bad thing to go. It's not a bad thing to socialize with your coworkers. Okay, we got two cards here that flipped. We have the Seven of Swords and we have a Knight of Wands. Okay, so you definitely have someone gossiping about you, lying on your name. I think this has to do with the vanity here. So not surprised. A lot of people who are powerful, a lot of people who are intimidating tend to have this response. Like there's always that one bitch in the crowd at work who cannot stop talking about this kind of person. Like they're scary, they're talking about firing this person, or they're hateful, or they think they're all that, or they're stuck up, blah, 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 all these nasty rumors, but it's all for attention. And this also could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, okay? But I feel like this person thinks they have dirt on you, but it's really not. It's a lie. And the problem is that you not really communicating much with your coworkers makes it look like it's true. It also could be a fire sign because we have the Knight of Wands here. And what I feel like is a manipulative energy that's trying to manipulate people around you. And with you, having these boundaries and stuff, people don't know what to think because, you can be distant. You can be abrupt. You can be very curt. And really, in your mind, you're being to the point. It's work. We're here to work. We're here to do our work, not to make best friends. True. But you've had bad experiences, so you understand that when, your boss is straight to the point, go back in time to that thing that happened. How did it make you feel? You don't want to make your coworkers feel that way, or the people you supervise feel that way. Because when you have people who are fearful around you, it breeds nasty levels of gossip, okay? And you don't want that. You don't want that stuff, do you? I know you don't. Okay, so let's move into your letters and charms and get some more information about what's going on at work for you. Okay, group one, these are going to be your letters and charms. Now keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates here. These could be your initials, their initials, a word, where you work, a screen name. Just take what resonates. I'm going to read off the letters for you. Okay, we have SAUEPVJITEAA, YEWZJTEUHMGK. Now, I got the name Sarah. Also, like a last name or something, SAVUER, Kim, Kadia, Also Kitty, Jim T. I also got T here, TEA. There may be a T video that you're drawn to that may talk about the gossip at work. Obviously, I need to do a T video on what's the tea at work kind of thing, because there's some tea going on with you at work. I do feel like with the Chariot and what came forward here, there's definitely somebody who is making up rumors and lies. Now, I'm going to tell you, like, this isn't for all of you, but so for some of you, there is some rumors going around that, like, you are interested in some superior, or there's some kind of favors, you know what I'm saying, going on, and that's why you're so tight-lipped, because you guys don't want anyone to know that you guys are having an affair. This would be for people who spend a lot of one-on-one time with your boss, okay? And that would be your boss, and then maybe you have people over you, or you work like in a cluster where you got like accountants, or you guys work, in an office group or something like that. It could be in a retail store or a different kind of like format, but generally that's what I'm getting here. Now then, I also have a lot of, I believe, cats came out. Here's one cat. I'm feeling Leo energy. Okay, so I'm feeling an out of balance Leo. They could be Leo. This could just be how spirit, the ancestors, are talking to me about this. If this is an out of balance Leo person, so this person who's gossiping could very well be someone who just loves drama, and they're not getting enough attention in their life for their work, because I feel like if this is an out of balance Leo, this is someone who, hey, I have Leo energy, so don't take this personally, but if this is someone who is out of balance in their Leo energy, then they're not really paying attention to their work. They're not really empowered. They're more about getting attention. This is someone who pays more attention to how they look, how things appear. Could have some air energy there too than what's really there. Okay, they may not be very detail oriented. They may be having issues with that, and they love the drama. They love to put on a good show. This is the kind of person who may bring donuts to work every Friday, not because they want everyone to have a donut, but because they know it makes them look good in other people's eyes. Because it's hard to ream someone out when they always bring us donuts, and they always buy us coffee on Monday, and they always run our errands for us, or they're always doing bank drops, or they're always the one that does those little things that kind of make it hard to hold them accountable for all the bad shit that they do. Okay, so this person is very manipulative. I see here with the witch's hat that you're very much in your power. We have a Santa Muerte skeleton here, and another skeleton as well, and I'm feeling ancestors gathering around you, very, very much protecting you. I feel like they want you to know that you're safe to expand your energy at work. In fact, it's needed. People need to see you in a more humane or human way. Okay, they need to see you as more personable. Okay, you need to open up a little bit. All right, now if you run your own business, I feel like it remains the same. Okay, if you have a job and a side business, people need to see, you need to brand yourself more with your personality. Okay, let that out. That's just a little side note for those of you who have a side hustle. Your personality will help sell your product. Okay, so it's important that you get yourself out there. All right. Okay, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see more of these videos. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that were drawn to the death card, Poseidon, this is going to be your reading all about what do your coworkers really think about you. And what's interesting? What I get from this card is like, I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for this shit, you guys. I just don't. I don't have time for this shit. So this should be an interesting reading. I'm already getting really excited about it. So let's pull some cards from the Haunted Halloween Oracle deck. This is another one of my favorite decks. It's an independent deck, and I love it. I go to it often. So let's get some general vibes here. What do Group 2's coworkers really think of them? What do group two's coworkers really think of? Oh, this one popped out, so I'm gonna take it. All right. We're gonna call in your ancestors, the angels, guides, whatever God forms, energies you work with to come forward. All right, I'm gonna take that one. One more. What does group two's coworkers really think of them? Be sure to stay tuned to the end because I'm going to get initials and charms. We're going to find out more details about these coworkers. So, all right, we have Al. Wise choice, silence, new info. Okay. Magic mushrooms, escape, dreams, travel. And we have carnival mask, fun times, feelings forbidden. Okay. All right. What I get here is I feel like you give really good advice to your coworkers. I feel like you're friendly. You're friendly to your coworkers. Like you're the kind of person who you may hang out with some of your coworkers. You may have some of your really good friends at work. And, you may enjoy maybe not your job, but you enjoy working with the people you work with. Okay. I do think with this forbidden card, I do think you may have had some relationships at work before that may have made you even uncomfortable or other people uncomfortable. But you also know how to keep your mouth shut. I'm feeling Scorpio energy here, Cancer, Pisces. You may be a water sign as well. But I also feel like whatever your career is, if you're a professional, even if you're not a professional, if you just have a job, okay, I think you're really good at it. You know what you're doing, okay? There's a level of knowledge here. Either, if you work in customer service, you just know how to work with people. You're just good with people, which makes you a great coworker because you know how people tick. And you're not afraid to use that knowledge to your advantage, right? You're not afraid, to use what you know. And I do think, and hey, no judgment here. We have to keep things exciting at work sometimes. I do think that you may like to gossip sometimes. But I also feel like you guys may be in some kind of work or job or career where you work long hours. And so in order to keep things going, you have to have shit to talk about, don't you? I get it. I absolutely understand this, right? Some of you guys may have a work spouse that might make a partner uncomfortable. That's not for everybody. So let's get some more cards here. Tell me more about what coworker. Okay, I'm going to pull one more. All right. We have Liberator, light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negativity and thought patterns. Okay, what I'm getting with this card right here is that people know that they can kind of decompress with you. That's where the gossipy energy is coming from. I think that you have people in your circle at work that you can decompress with. And that's what the death is about. Like, you know how to transmute energy. So people know that when they kind of decompress with you, tell them what's up, tell them what's going on, you're going to keep your mouth shut. That's also why you can have relationships at work. And even though people will whisper, you keep your mouth shut. You have that Scorpio ability just to hold on to secrets. People can trust you. It also may have to do with why you've gone so far or have the ability or possibility to go so far in this career field, because you can keep secrets. I keep pulling on medical, counseling, caregiving. Also, I get like some kind of trusted trade as well. Maybe you work on people's homes or work with people. There's something here where there may be times where you know things about people that need security, whatever that is, okay? You have to be trusted. Some of you guys may need to be sworn in. There are all kinds of occupations that people don't think about that you have to take an oath. I took an oath in a couple of my jobs. So, and then we have child eternal here, light attributes, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things through fresh eyes. Yeah, I feel like people know they can count on you for a really balanced point of view. I feel like people know that I think you look at people through the most positive eyes you can, even through negative circumstances. You make a really good counselor. I don't know if you do counseling professionally or nursing or something like that, but people just know that they can decompress with you and you're going to give them the best advice, okay? You may be a little older or just wiser in some way. You may be an old soul, and I don't like that term, but it just feels appropriate here. Or you've just been through a lot of shit and you just know people. You've seen the worst in people, you've seen the best in people, and people trust you at work, and they want to hang out with you. And then we have the gambler here, light attributes, willing to follow intuition even when others doubt you. When you know, you know. Okay, you have some psychic intuition here. I felt that in group 1 too. A card came out with that. But I feel like you just have these gut instincts. You have that knowing, that psychic knowing. You know when something's wrong. You know when something's off. And that helps you at work. And it helps your coworkers or people who are under you trust your gut and your instinct, and they follow it. Rarely does it not turn out. There have been times it hasn't turned out, but you can chop that up to like statistics. Like that's going to happen occasionally. You're not going to hit it all the time, but more often than not, you are right. And I feel like if you're in the medical field, you know when a patient can't be trusted, whatever that means to you. Okay. You know when a client can't be trusted, whatever that means to you in your particular, and your coworkers listen to that. Also, I think you know when a new employee can't be trusted, or someone who comes on the floor, whatever that means to you, because I'm picking up on a lot of different energy here. Let's pull some more cards from the Disney Villains deck here. Tell me more about what the coworkers of group 2 think of them. The owl is really good. Like they really are someone others look to, like as a leader, because you're so smart, you're so wise, you're so knowing, like you know your stuff. People come to you for questions about the job. Like if they don't know how to do something, you may be the one they come to. Now, if you're not experiencing this right now, maybe you're in a new job or something like this, this is where you're headed, because you have this, I'm hearing like leadership ability. Okay, leadership ability. Okay, and I feel like you just do not let negativity, you don't have time for the negativity. You do have time for a little bit of lunchtime talk though, because it does help you with the stress. You may be in a very highly stressed job, and the talk may be needed to decompress. I'm seeing some of you guys may be nurses in like an ER or a geriatric field, or a field where you deal with like life and death. It could be not anything medical. It could be just you deal with people's money or something highly stressed. That won't resonate for everybody. I just feel a very wise soul here. We have the Ace of Swords, no reversals. Yeah, I'm getting like you have a lot of clarity. You have really good communication skills. You may have some air here as well. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, I think you're very giving. You're very generous with people. And I do think you may have people who like to flirt with you, or who flirt with you and you're just like, I don't have time for that. Although, every now and then you might. Every now and then you might. I feel like for some of you, you work so much that work is like family. And that's why relationships form. And that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. Then we have the Seven of Cups here. Yeah, I feel like some of you may feel overwhelmed at times, highly stressed by your job as well. You may feel like, and I think this is normal for what you do. You just are highly stressed. And it may also be that you have a lot of stuff going on at home. And sometimes when we're highly stressed at home, putting our energy into work sometimes can be relieving, but also be careful of overworking yourself. Okay, putting too much of yourself in your job. I think you're prone to pick up shifts for people. I think you're prone to stay late to cover for people. I think you're prone to put your ass on the line for other people. And I want to encourage you to stop doing that. Okay, you need to make time for you and your family. There's more to life than your work. okay? And some of you really love your job, you love what you do, but you need balance in your life, okay? This anxiety, this feeling of overwhelm, this overworking. Oh, there's a bunch of cards that just dropped off the table, but I'm not picking them up. Okay, we have no reversals. We have the Knight of Swords here, okay? And we have the Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles. I just think you need to be really careful. This Knight of Swords here, this is an aggressive knight, okay? Very aggressive. And I feel, for me, the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups feels like a potential for burnout, okay? With the traditional eight, so Seven of Cups, I just feel like there is so much going on in your life. And it's important that you don't pour too much of yourself into this job and not have enough for yourself. It's all going to be okay. All right. You're sowing your seeds. Like, you're good, right? People are good with you. You don't have to prove that you're good at this job anymore. Okay. People know that you know your stuff. You don't have to work yourself to death. You don't have to go overboard. Do your job and go home. Do not take this job home with you. Okay? It's very important. This is a stressful job. And if you take it home with you every night, you're going to be living for the job. And you need to start living your life for yourself, okay? It's really, really important, group 2, that you guys get some balance, okay? Because I feel like sometimes your coworkers may put a lot on you. They may drag you into their personal issues. And I feel like you have to put up some boundaries, okay? It's cool to be connected to your coworkers. It's cool to have those connections. It's not cool for your work to become your personal life and for you to not have any balance. I think you guys need to, like, some of the advice you give to other people, you need to give it to yourself. You need to take your own advice. You need to spend some off days, like I'm seeing at the park, by the water. You guys need to make some food for yourself. You guys need to do some meal prep. So during the week when you're busy, you have nutritious food to eat instead of having to eat fast food. Some of you guys need to start working out or walking again, not for weight loss, but for stress. You need to relieve your vessel. There seems to be a lot of stress here. And I feel like it's really important that you know that for some reason, I feel like you have attained some kind of knowledge in your work and people know that you have this. Like, you're secure in your job, but it's almost like you don't believe it. Like, you don't believe you're good enough. You don't believe. It's like self-sabotage. It's like you're trying to sabotage yourself. And you have to release this, okay? Because it's going to cause you to ruin this experience for yourself. And you're going to burn yourself out, and you're going to end up walking away from your job. You're going to end up quitting this job you love because you're just going to be so stressed out. So if you give yourself some balance and some life, and you know what? Maybe it's time for you to look for a partner outside of work, like someone just completely separate from what you do. That person will bring you balance. Okay, I know sometimes we can't help who we fall in love with, but if you're in love with somebody who you work with, I think you guys need to make a choice to not talk about work all the time. Okay, your coworkers are very impressed with you. You're very impressive. But I feel like the point of this reading for you is your ancestors, guides, spirits, whatever, they need you to get some balance, okay? You're so focused on work that you are not living your life. If you haven't watched that movie Soul on Disney, I highly, highly recommend, okay? Because there is more to life than work, all right? Okay, group 2, let's get your letters and your charms. Okay, group 2, these are going to be your letters and your charms. Now keep in mind it's a general reading, so just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. These could be your initials, their initials. It could be the place you work. It could be a screen name. Just take what resonates here. Okay, I'm going to read your letters off. We have D, Q, A, E, M, X, WSZOYG, All right, so you have quite a few charms here. We have a star. I feel like you're a star, like you're a superstar. Okay. And interesting, I have two charms here that are kind of hooked. We have the bull and a skeleton here. So don't let your past hold you back. Okay. Do not let entanglements, like personal entanglements at work, hold you back. Okay. And what I get with this card is like, I'm just not having it. Don't have it, okay? Don't let people's bullshit get in your way, okay? We have another star here. I feel like it's really important for you to put your personal relationships at work in perspective, okay? Sometimes, you know, when we work a lot, our work relationships become family. But remember that you have other family, you have other friends who need you, okay? And I feel like there are some people at work who may have the ability to become like black holes of need, okay? Because they are unhappy in their own relationships at home, and they have a lot of their own issues. You have somebody in your energy who is a parasite. I'm surprised I don't have the vampire teeth on in the charms here. Usually I have that, but I have a couple of spiders, and I feel like they're creeping around your energy. I feel like they're latched onto you. They're a coattail rider. You need to be careful of this person, okay? We have the witch's hat again. We have the Leo, and the star. I feel like you have the ability to really rise in your job. Okay, you just are so wise, you're so knowledgeable. You may not feel it right now, but you have this potential, okay? And do not get discouraged, and do not let the needs of your coworkers take your energy away from your ability to rise. Use the energy you have for your own gain, okay? Don't let people suck you dry, okay? Protect your peace. You have the peace sign here. Protect your peace at all costs. If there is someone at work who is stealing your energy, or you feel like drained after you talk to them, you need to reassess that relationship, and you may need to get some distance here, okay? Your coworkers think very highly of you, to the point that they want to drain your energy. Okay, they want to ride your coattails because they all see this. Now, be aware, this creates jealousy in people. This creates people who want to get what you have, you know, so you may have some haters at work. I don't really feel them as a problem. I feel like you're just overwhelmed with stress, like your body is stressed. I think your job is stressful in general. And when you add all these people around you talking, even though you don't really put up with drama, you do have, you know, psychic abilities. You are empathic. And so, you know, you do care. You know, you're a very you're a people person. You like people, and you know that working with your coworkers in positive ways produces positive effects. But for some of you, there is a real need here for balance and for you to have a life outside your work. And I highly encourage you to pursue that. I think it will give you balance, and it will give you a gain in energy that will help you refocus to go to the next level in your career. All right, guys? Okay, group 2, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day. If you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that were drawn to the High Priestess, this is going to be your reading all about what your coworkers really think of you. So let's pull some cards here and get a general vibe of what's going on. All right. Tell me what group 3's coworkers really think of them. Tell me what group 3's coworkers, I feel like I need to knock this. Okay. Tell me what group 3's coworkers really think of them. All right. Group 3's coworkers. What do they really think of them? We have options. Okay. All right. You have options. I'm going to get these two. Retreat, relax, RIP. Okay. Feminine energy. All right. Some of them feel like you're on your way out the door, and maybe you are. We have building tension. Yeah. Maybe they feel like you would be better off working somewhere else, or they know that you don't want to work there anymore. There's something like that going on. Maybe you're not happy where you're working. Maybe they think you're overqualified as well. Let's get some more energy. Tell me more. Okay, I'm going to switch cards. Okay, we're going to pull from this deck here. Tell me more about group 3. What do their coworkers really think of them? You're very creative with this feminine energy here. And I feel like some of your coworkers probably feel like you may be at the wrong job. Maybe this is a job you're working to get by. I feel like you have a bigger calling, perhaps. And I feel you may be frustrated with your job. There may be something about scheduling. There may be something about a coworker or even a boss. And I feel like this card could represent someone at work as well who's a bitch. I'm just getting bitch energy. You know that Dolores Claiborne movie? The quote from that is like, sometimes all a woman has to hold on to is being a bitch. Something like that. I'm getting that quote from that movie. And I just feel like there may be someone who's just like, just awful. Like, you just may have an awful boss. Listen, I've had this experience. It will make your life a living hell. And what I will tell you is that if you're having this experience, the universe is trying to get you aligned with something else. Okay. And I know right now we need our jobs. Okay. The economy is woo. Milk is ridiculously expensive. Things are ridiculously expensive. I'm filming this around Christmas, the holidays. I know many people are struggling, so I get it, okay? Grit your teeth and bear it. But open yourself up a window of opportunity, okay? Start looking, start thinking, okay? Because you have more options than what you think, okay? And I think this energy knows that you have options. You are smarter. I think for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, this person here, they are intimidated by you. They know you're really smart. They know you're really creative. You may have done something at work that like made them painfully aware that maybe you were overqualified or in the wrong field, and they're threatened by you. They may be trying to push you out. You may know it, but I need you to relax, okay? I need you to relax. All right, just relax, okay? It's going to be okay. You have options. This job is not forever, okay? There are tensions building, okay? Because I feel this energy is just like, kind of like, I'm not going to let them get over on me. Let's see this card, a time for spirit, okay? Take a moment. Isn't this a beautiful card? Take a moment, meditate, okay? Get centered, right? Some of you guys are very creative. All right, you're very creative. You're very gifted. I'm just feeling this energy of like, you guys need to get in your creative flow. Put all this building tension, all this hostility, all this anger you have about this situation, this bitch and their cronies. You may have some coworkers that are tight with their boss. You know, I'm sorry. That's the worst. I've been in that situation and it feels awful. It just feels awful. You may have a situation where you have a bully boss and a little crony, and they kind of take advantage of you and they put all the work on you, or you have more work than you should, or there's some kind of weird relationship going on at work that you know about, and it's making things harder than they have to be. You know, do that thing that brings you peace. Put your energy into something creative or something that helps you relieve stress, okay? Because really, you just need to relax, okay? Because right now, you need this job, okay? I feel that. You need this, okay? So you're not going to get balance at work right now. And these coworkers are not going to give you balance, okay? They are threatened by you. And I'm going to just be blunt. They don't like you, okay? They don't like you. There's something about your energy that they feel like you think you're better than them in some way. That may not resonate for all of you. And some of you may be at home being like, yeah, because I am better than this bitch. I don't treat people like shit. I get that. I'm just telling you, what's going on here. All right. When people get triggered, you trigger people. You have triggered this person. Okay. You've triggered them. And I really think the universe, your guides, spirits are just trying to make you painfully aware. I have been in this situation, and it is painful because it's like you go to work every day and you get abused and traumatized by your boss and possibly a little crony, their little sidekick, and it's just like, why is this so fucking high school? It's a job. Why does it have to be this way? And that's when you take all the anger and you funnel it into that thing that you're gifted at. You funnel it into your dreams and abilities. You use that energy to fine tune the gifts you were given, because you, my friend, have options. You have big, bold options, okay? And there is a calling on those options. There's a calling on your gifts and abilities, all right? Let's get some more energy. I'm feeling the top one here. We have Mildew Fairy, clean up. Cleanup time. Yeah, you're going to have to clean it up. And what I mean is clean up your energy, okay? When you come home from this job, take a shower. Just march straight in if you can, as soon as you can. Take a shower, take a bath, whatever you have, okay? If all you can do is go in and wash your face, wash your hands. Cleanse yourself. Purify yourself. Get that nasty ass energy off of you, okay? It will help bring you peace. It will help kind of dispel some of this energy, because our aura, our energy centers pick up on all this nastiness, okay? This like energy being sent to you. And some of you, this person works magic, okay? They do. All right. And if you know, do a return to sender, cleanse your energy, carry you some crystals, carry you some black obsidian, wear you some toilamane, start wearing you an evil eye piece of jewelry, arm yourself, and don't put up with this shit anymore. You get paid to work. You don't get paid to be abused. And if this person is overstepping their boundaries with you, you need to go to HR. Okay, you stand your boundaries, all right? You do what you need to do to advocate for yourself. No one has a right to do this to you, okay? And if this pile doesn't resonate, there are two others, all right? Because this is pretty specific, but hey, this reading, out of all the readings I've done, this to me feels like one of the most important messages, because I feel like you guys who resonate with this, you guys are being taken advantage of. And I have been here. I know exactly how this feels. This was one of the worst experiences of my life, because every day I was taken advantage of and I was abused by a boss. And it was awful. And I had to learn about good boundaries. I'll tell you what it did teach me. It taught me my worth. And it taught me who I was. And I knew after this job, I knew that I had a different kind of call on my life. I didn't really understand it because I was still dealing with my own issues about my gifts and abilities, but I knew that I did not belong there. And I think that's where you're going. And there is tension. There is tension because you need your job, right? But you don't need to be mistreated either. No boss has the right to mistreat you. It could be a coworker, as well. A coworker that for some reason feels like they have more power than what they do. And it could be because they have some weird relationship with a supervisor or a boss or something. Okay, we have the three fates. What comes around goes around. Boom. Yes, I promise you. As God made little green apples, what comes around goes around. And that karma is going to bite them in the ass. All the shit they've done to you, all this mouth running and abuse, piling work on you, not taking care of their responsibilities and putting them on you, blaming mistakes on you. I've had that done to me. Giving you too many responsibilities and expecting you to do it perfect and things like that. Not giving you the same graces they give other people. That all that catches up with them. And I had a situation where there was another supervisor that caught someone like being overly critical and giving me way too many responsibilities. And because I'm the oldest, I took on those responsibilities and I did them. I did them to a very high degree of good stuff, right? But there were other stuff going on with that. But I'm just telling you that you don't know who else knows what's going on. There's things going on that you don't know. There's other people involved that you don't know, okay? And I also feel like this could be gossip as well, right? But that gossip will come back and bite them in the ass, okay? So you don't even have to worry about it. You just need to take care of yourself, all right? You need some peace. And you're going to have to find that peace at home. I think as you find peace on your off time, I feel like you will get clarity about what your next move will be. And I was in a situation where once I got clarity, once I brought myself to a place of peace, I was able to move very quickly on. A window, a pathway was open for me, and I was able to move forward very quickly. So you'll find that happens, okay? But first, you gotta clean up. You got to clear your energy. You got to get your mind right. You got to get some peace. You need some relief from this tension that's being caused at work. Okay? And I understand. I've been here. This is very difficult. It makes every day difficult. And I was sick at this time. I've been flaring off and on my whole life. So I was also dealing with an undiagnosed medical condition. So, it was tough, and I get that. But you need to give yourself some grace and some peace, okay? Make time to connect with your spirit. Make time. You're worth it. And this is about you learning your worth, okay? Okay, let me get some tarot for you. The Eight of Cups. You're going to be moving on from this. But unlike this chick here, don't look back. Okay, don't look back, because I feel like it's going to take care of itself. You may not be around when it does, but you're not going to care, because you're going to be moving on to something better. And I feel like that something better is going to help further clarify your path. It's going to further clarify what you want to do. You may be in that situation where you're like, yeah, Amy, I have these gifts and abilities, but I really don't want to know what I want to do. Like, I don't know. Well, the universe is going to help you continue to redefine what that is, to realign you to that pathway. And sometimes we have to go through different jobs. Sometimes we have to, rediscover things about ourselves, or to explore different options that we have, because baby, you have options, honey. I feel like some of you guys are locked in. You feel like you're locked in that cage. I'm seeing that card from the dark mirror, a bride in a cage, and I feel like some of you guys just feel really locked into the situation. You are not locked in. It is the stress that is causing you to feel that way. And in order for you to see that the door is actually open, Eight of Swords, you're going to have to get some peace and clarity. You need rest, you need comfort, you need to meditate, you need to do whatever brings you release of your vessel of the stress and peace, okay? You will get clarity here, and clear your energy. Take a shower when you go home. We have the Page of Wands, yes. And you will feel more inspiration. You will feel more aligned, okay? You will get some clarity, and you will get some kind of idea about where to go next, okay? Maybe where to apply. Maybe you'll see a new position where you didn't see one before. I feel like you may have someone say, hey, did you know blah, blah, blah's hiring? Did you know da-da-da-da is going to have an opening? Have you ever thought about going to school for da-da-da-da? It'll be something like that. It'll be something that just kind of pops up, and it may happen through a friend or someone you know, okay? And it may unfold like, hey, there's just this perfect job for you that kind of lines up, and it may not be your dream job, but it's pretty close. It puts you in a comfortable place where you're not working yourself to death for people who don't appreciate you. You're not having to face someone who is abusive to you and doesn't appreciate you. And then we have the Four of Wands. Yes, yeah. And then you're able to have like happy home life. Your life begins to balance out because you allowed the doorways to open, because you gave yourself grace. You gave yourself peace. You're not going to get it at work. I'm just telling you. This situation, these coworkers, whatever's going on here, they're spinning. And that's not going to calm. You're going to have to give it to yourself. It's like almost like you're going to have to not co-parent, but self-parent yourself through this situation, okay? It's going to be okay. but you're going to have to take the steps to make it okay. And in order for you not to be overwhelmed by that, you're going to have to clear your energy. You're going to have to give yourself some peace. Okay? All right, let's move into your letters and charms. Hey, group 3, these are going to be your letters and your charms. This is a general reading, so just take what resonates. These could be your initials, their initials, could be a word, a screen name, the initials of a job, or the name of a job. Just take what resonates here. We have G, S, J, I, Z, T, W, K, U, I, L, K, O, A, D, T, F, Z, V, E, JEEA. Okay, for some of you, I'm just going to tell you, for some of you, there is some like sexual stuff going on at work. Okay, that won't resonate for all of you. Okay, we have the vampire tea. So there's definitely some parasitic energy going on here with this boss, this coworker, their cronies, whatever this is. They're definitely talking about you because basically I'm seeing people standing around talking about you. For some of you guys, this is like out back when they're smoking or like coffee break. They're definitely talking about you. And I feel like it's just because like I feel like you are really tired. Some of you guys with this tree here have some stuff going on in your family that's really intense, and you really need things to be good at your job, and they're just not. And you just don't have time. You don't have time for it. And this person is just, it's almost like they sense that there are things are not good. And maybe it's because you have been missing work, because maybe there's been illness or something going on. And it's almost like they're taking advantage of that. We have the guitar here, and I'm feeling like you guys, if music brings you peace, you need to listen to it more, maybe some frequency music. If you play music and you haven't played in a while, or if you're artistic or a writer or whatever this is, and you haven't done it in a while, put a lot of this frustration and this stressed out energy into that. It will give you a positive outlet for this energy, okay? Also know that whatever personal matters are going on, that there's a lot of angelic ancestor energy gathering around you, okay? And you have a natural talent here. With these webs, I'm feeling like portals opening for you, options that are going to come in for you. There's going to be motion in this situation. There's going to be a pathway made for you. But right now, you're not going to be able to see it until you get some clarity, okay? So you need to give yourself some grace, okay? Because some good things are coming. We have the 4 of Wands here. This is happiness. This is celebration. It can be home, like a happy home. And I feel like that's coming for you. You may not feel it right now, especially if you're having difficulties. But just know that I know and I understand that when you're having difficulties at work, it colors everything. So if you're having difficulties at home with whatever and work, it can be very overwhelming. And I just feel like you guys really need to take it easy on yourself and not be so hard on yourself, okay? It really is going to be okay. The universe has your back. All right. Ask for help. It's okay to pray for help. It's okay to ask your ancestors for help. Whatever you work with, they can't help you if you don't ask. And I think for me, back when all this was going on, I asked for help. I was like, ancestors, you guys are going to have to do your thing, because I can't do this anymore. Like, I was at that point where, like, physically I was sick. I had all this stuff going on at home and then work. And I asked, and a pathway was made for me. And I think one will be made for you as well. All right, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.